Welcome to another how-to video from Bugspray.com. In this video, I'm going to be assembling our Asian ladybug / stinkbug light trap. This trap comes with the following components. I'm going to give you a brief overview of what you should receive. Trap should come with 2 blue vanes. It should also include a power cord and light bulb socket. There should be 1 light bulb. I'm showing 2 light bulbs here because this is 2020 and we are struggling to get black light bulbs. It is quite possible you'll be getting a bulb that is shaped like this, and it could have a black top or a purple top. It could have a clear top. This light will be a black light, so it's UV, and the wattage will be approximately 12 watts LED. I will demonstrate what that light shows or how it looks when it's on later in the video. The old one that we typically supplied was shaped like this, called the coil light LED, and that one has been difficult to get and it's being phased out. So moving forward, the bulb should be more like this. There will also be the top of the jar trap, and then an open or empty jug. There will also be a direction sheet booklet, which comes with 2 ladybug lures and 1 stinkbug lure. Once you have the components of the trap taken out, assembly is pretty easy if you follow this video. The direction sheet gets into all the details and it's a good reference point, but it's easier to follow the assembly by watching this video. So the first thing you'll do is take the 2 blue vanes and simply slide them together. Use the 2 groove sections that you see here, put those together, and then when they slide and fit, you're going to notice that each end is identical. Each end also has these little tabs, so you can take either end and place it inside the jar top, which is where the blue vanes will connect. To do that, you just line up the little tab with the little slit. There's going to be 4 slits around the top, and once they get lined up, you just snap them into place. And once they're in place, this is now a very secure top to the trap, ultimately, which will go on top of the empty jug. Alright, now that we have the blue vanes attached to the top of the trap, we're going to take the bottom half and we're going to add some water to this. Basically, you want to fill this about 1/3 of the way, and you would need to add about 1/2 ounce of dish detergent to this. Standard dish detergent like Dove works great. What that does, once added to the water, you'll shake it around a little bit, and what it does is take away the surface tension on that water. So any stink bugs or ladybugs that fall inside the jug, when they land on the water, they will not be able to stay on the surface. They'll fall through and drown. But the jug is filled with some water. Let's disconnect the twist tie from the power cord, and we're going to use this twist tie to hold the blue vanes together, but also to provide a hanging point for the light fixture. If you look on the blue vanes, you're going to see that there's 2 slits. One of these will hold the ladybug lure, and these little tabs is where the stinkbug lure will be hung. At the very top, you see 2 holes. So let's go ahead and thread these little ends of the twist tie through each hole, and do that so that you have the ring part where the slits are in the blue vane. So now let's go ahead and tighten this down. Let's go ahead and secure the bulb to the socket. And then if you look, the way this will go is through here and then like that. So that's how it will be hanging. I'm not going to hang it just yet, but that's what you want with that twist tie. You want to have it secure enough to where it's going to be able to support that light bulb and socket without falling off. And you need to give it enough play to where you can fit that little hook underneath the one side and flip it back over. So let's go ahead and get out the ladybug lure and apply that. You'll need a pair of scissors. So if you look on the edge of the ladybug lure, you can see that there is a little flat point, and that's where you want to make your cut with the scissor. So just kind of cut it halfway. Now we'll go ahead and cut the rest of this open. And you can touch the ladybug lure, but don't do so with dirty hands. Don't hold it for any length of time. Just peel that back and grab just the very outer edge of it, just enough to hold it. Lure. Wipe down the blue veins. Give it a little bit of pheromone. Again, take the blue vein and hold it securely, and then wedge that little guy inside there and push her up so it looks like that. You can also push it into the bottom side. Now I'm handling it more just for demonstration purposes. Make a decision. Do you want to have it high? You want to have it low? There's no right or wrong. You know, the low position is probably better just because it's secured and it down. I'm not sure if you can see that. There you go. It's down there, and that's probably a better position. So this way the ladybugs coming to this will naturally funnel right through that hole. The Stinkbug lure has a little hole on the top of the pouch. You'll just simply hang that over the tab, just like that. Now with both of these lures, when you first take them out, what you should do is wipe down the veins. Not a lot, but just give them a quick little dabbing. Get a little bit of that pheromone on there. Keep in mind the Stinkbug lure comes in a pouch which is actually releasing some of the product. The pheromone is coming through this bag. It's not a sealed bag. It does have a Ziploc top, and it is stored in an airtight bag, so it's not releasing during storage. But there is no reason to take it out of this pouch. The pouch is what you hang. So leave it in the pouch, handle it primarily by the top, and as I indicated, simply slide it over that little tab and you'll have it affixed well enough for the jog lure. So at this point, we've got our bolt connected to the fixture. We have the tie on top of the blue veins. We have water and dish detergent added to the jug. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not sure that this will come out properly or be visible in the video, but we're going to show you that this simply screws on, and once it does, you've got a nice tight secure fit, so you can literally lift it up by the blue top. It's not going to fall. And then the light fixture will get strung over the top. I'm going to do that where I'm about to turn the light on and then give you a demonstration of what this looks like. Alright, at this point I have the trap set against the wall, and if you notice, this little hook here can only go this far. So we want to have the light opposite of the lures. That means that we want it on this side over here. And the way to do that is to simply take the little hook and get it underneath the tie and drape it over on this side like that. And from this perspective you can see the bulb is above the top edge of the top, and it's not hanging past there. The lures are on one side over here, and the light on this side. So there is the trap with the black light on, and as you can tell, it's truly UV. I've positioned the trap in the corner of a room, and I've got power behind it. It's on a snack table. This would be a good location because we have a route of entry here. We have some doors, we have some windows up top, and this would be a common place for ladybugs to enter a home. And if you're going to set this in a corner, you want the light bulb facing out towards the middle of the room. Having the lures on the back side is fine. Everything around here has an odor, so when they come flying in, they're going to either land around the light fixture or maybe to the sides. But when they do, they will funnel down that hole into the water where there is the dish detergent, and consequently they'll fall into the water and drown. As far as lure replacement, the ladybug lures are good for 6 to 8 weeks, and the stinkbug lure up to 3 months. So in general, you want to deploy a trap in the fall, probably November, December, and it should keep you through most of the winter. And then if you need replacements the following year, you would want to start with new ones. The ladybug lure probably get a change halfway through the season, and the stinkbug lure should be good enough to catch you through the whole season. Light bulbs should last a few years, but a couple of thoughts about the light bulbs. They really need or work best in a dark room. So deploying them in a bright room that's lit throughout the day, that's not going to help. In a dark room at night, the light really helps. The pheromones can attract ladybugs and stinkbugs all day long, and that certainly is why the trap should be left in the rooms where you have activity. But running the light all day long is generally not needed. You can either unplug it, or you can use a timer and have it go off, or on I should say, when the light in the room is turned off. So if you retire for the evening at 10 p.m., have your timer set to go off around then, and allow the light to stay on all night to the following morning. And then during the day, having it not burn is probably the best approach. They're only 12 watts, so they don't take a lot of power, but there's really no need to continuously burn them. As far as the water changing, no need to do that often unless you're getting too many bugs. If you start to get a lot of bugs, would be something like 25 to 50, you probably should consider changing it out, and that can happen. We've had people fill these traps in as little as a few days, so it just depends on the level of problem that you have. But you don't need to change it if there's 1 or 2 bugs in there, 5 or 10 bugs. But if you've got 25, 50 dead insects, it's going to start getting nasty. So change that water out as needed. And from a maintenance point of view, there's really nothing else to do. Just keep the jug clean and store it in a safe place where the bulb will not get kicked around or damaged. And when the bulb burns out, which shouldn't happen for many years, replacements will be found. As we indicated earlier in the video, the top might look a little different, but at this point it appears that all LEDs will be round, and they don't necessarily have to have a certain color, so they don't have to be black when you get them, or white or clear. There's different engineering to these so that they can actually have a clear lens and still project UV light. As far as the lures, plan on using at least 2 ladybug lures a season and at least 1 stinkbug lure per season. So if you have any questions, email support@bugspray.com or give us a call, 1-800-877-7290 for any questions. If we don't take your call immediately, we will call you back. Email we do around the clock. So there you have it, our Stinkbug ladybug light trap, how to set it up, how to maintain it. Hope this has answered a lot of your questions, and if you still have any, just let us know and we'll try to assist. Thanks for watching another how-to video from Bugspray.com.